and to my Facebook like page. My name is Bernadette Henry, and I am a mental health and emotional wellness coach for busy working moms. And I help moms by providing coaching, 3 month plans, and everything and referrals, personalized referrals needed to live your best life physically, mentally, and emotionally. Okay, so I'm talking about autism, and basically, this is to moms that are either new in the process, or hey, Danielle, I'm speaking to people that's either new in the process or their child was newly diagnosed. Okay, just a little bit about me. I have a child that was diagnosed some years ago. It was a huge process that we went through, and he was finally diagnosed. And we continue to live life. Hey, how are you? And we continue to live life daily. So, and I have one child that's in early intervention now. Not sure if it's going to be a definitive diagnosis, but we'll see. I'm just going to rock out with the process. So I know from experience and coaching other moms how like crazy and confusing of a topic that this can be. So basically, nobody really wants to know that their child is autistic, or nobody wants to hear that their child has a disability. However, it happens. And when it happens, you go through a lot of different feelings. So you may have feelings of denial, you may have feelings of guilt, shame, you may have feelings of anger, you may have feelings of grief. And these things are all normal because when you're having a child, you don't expect for the doctor or a teacher or whomever to say, okay, your child is autistic. You have this idea that your child is going to be normal and that they're just going to live their best lives and that they're going to eventually grow up and get married and have kids and do this and do that. It's just so much that that you think that you're going to do or that your child is going to do because this is what you're expecting. So the topic of this video, it's okay to feel angry after your child's diagnosis. Now, a lot of times you may become angry after your child's diagnosis because you're angry at different things. First of all, you're angry with the behaviors that come along with it. You're angry, you're embarrassed. There's a lack of support. Your child has a lack or deficit in communication, even though they can communicate, but how they communicate and how you communicate are two different things. And I'm sorry about my personal Facebook page. I'm also recording on my like page at Bernadette Henry. Sorry about that. There's a lack of support from friends and family. And all of these things can make you angry, and it's okay to feel that way. It's really overwhelming because number one, you wasn't expecting this, right? There's nothing while you're pregnant that can tell a woman that okay, your child is going to be autistic. There's nothing. It's kind of like you going through the normal stages of life. You have the child is a few months old. They may even reach 1 or 2, and then you start seeing the signs, even though you won't think that those are the signs. Hey, the sweet life of Stephanie, what's up? You won't realize that autism is really what it is, but when you look back, it is what it is. So because this is something that's suddenly forced on you, you really don't believe that is true, or you don't want to believe it is true, and you're very angry because this changes the plan for your whole life. Like you're already living your life. And of course, when you have children, you have to sacrifice a few things and change a few things around. But when you have a child that's autistic, you got to change the whole game, like the entire game, until you get used to oh, thank you so much, Princess Best Speaks. You have to change everything. So it's kind of like you dealing with like so many different hats that you weren't expecting. So now you have to understand this diagnosis. You have to understand your child's behavior. You have to then, if you have other children, you got to figure out, okay, how can I manage this child and their symptoms along with the other children? How is so much that you have going on. Like you're constantly being called from work. You constantly have to go to meetings. It's just a lot going on. So yeah, something like this makes you angry. But what you have to do is you have to manage that anger so that you can not be a barrier to your child getting the help that they need. Okay, so I just wanted to leave that with you tonight because it's so much more that goes into it. Hey, teacher teacher miss. It's so much more that goes into it, and I could go on and on and on and on and on. But I just wanted to let you know that if you have a newly diagnosed autistic child, or if you think or you see signs that your child may be autistic, and you want to try to catch it. Oh, thank you, awesome. Yeah, I was just talking about that. Oh, thank you. Like if you, like I said, if you're new to the process, like if your child was just diagnosed with autism, or if you think that there's just something different, because when you're in that phase of thinking that something is different, you really don't think autism. Like that's not the first thing that comes to your mind. Most times you hear that maybe from a teacher or a doctor or a therapist. Like you yourself in your mind won't think autistic. You know, like when I first went through it with my oldest son, I was just like, something's going on, you know, but autism never crossed my mind. I had to learn that when I started going through the process. So, like I said, this is really for moms that are new to the process and moms that are thinking about going through the process. But you really, you're afraid, you're ashamed, you don't have nobody to talk to, you're trying to figure out, how did this happen to me? What did I do wrong? It's a lot. So I just want to let you know it's okay to feel angry. However, there comes a point in time where Danielle, there we go. However, there comes a point in time.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, sorry.
To
Facebook
my
decided
Instagram.
to, I don't know what Facebook is doing here.
My Facebook personal page.
There we go. Sorry about that, y'all. So there comes a point in time, even though you're angry, you have to figure out how to contain that anger so that you can get your child the help that they need and that you don't become a barrier to their progress. And as soon as you kind of get over the anger part, you'll be able to do what's best for your child, get them the services, learn their ways, and you'll live a life of normalcy, how it works for you in your house. So I just wanted to leave that with you. And I also wanted to let you know that I do have an upcoming webinar for parents that are new to the autism diagnosis, and they need to get from suspecting something is going on to accepting it. Okay, it's a long journey, and I want to give this information in a webinar, including my own personal experiences, including like some of the things that I did to get through, some of the things that I've coached other women or other moms on how to get through these phases, so that you can live your best life and and give your child the care that they need so that they can live their best lives, like, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Your child will be fine. Okay. So, like I said, Facebook, I'll leave the links for you. If you are interested in this webinar, just put the words in a comment, webinar. I am interested in the webinar. If you're watching this and you know some people that may benefit from the webinar, feel free to refer them to my page. Also, if you click the link in the bio, I have a free ebook, 10 Ways of Managing Stress as a Busy Working Mom, 10 Ways of Managing Stress as a Busy Working Mom. And you can download that and check out the tips that I have there that are relevant for busy working moms that have to manage their jobs, their business, kids, maybe a spouse, their business. It's just so much. And it can be stressful, So definitely check that out. The link is in my bio, BernadetteTHenry.com. I'll definitely add that there. Once again, I am Bernadette Henry, and I am a mental health and an emotional wellness coach for busy working moms. And I help moms by providing... This statement is new, y'all. I'm changing my mission and vision and all that good stuff. So I help busy working moms by providing coaching, 3-month plans, and the resources and tools needed for you to live your best life physically, mentally, and emotionally. Thank you for taking a little bit of time out for me, and I'll talk to you soon. If you have any questions, leave them here, and I will definitely talk to you soon. Bye.